Action charges ahead. The Detroit Pistons take on Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. More NBA this Tuesday.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, the thing they tried to establish right away was the presence down low. You look at the points in the paint. I think that's been the difference.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Steve, that they're not settling for the outside shots. I mean, go in there and get what you want. Keep attacking the rim.
Rockets trail by 3. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Hammonds. Johnson is out there with Hudson. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Gooden in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Now Detroit moving it up. Here's Irving, finished off the break. Irving's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Detroit.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear. They've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. The dude in their last matchup against the Magic delivered quite a performance. He finished with 34 points, and as he had the typical big game assist-wise, finding open men to come away with a healthy assist total, too. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough. Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and ones.
The Pistons shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Well, they're doing okay as the season goes on. They're shooting about 76% as a team.
The first free throw is good. And some changes here. He doesn't get the second one. Rockets trail by 9. Here's Johnson. Power down with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. There's the pass to Chan. Here's the screen. Off the pick. Here's Gordon. The rebound by Johnson. Count that one. Gordon's got the lead up to 9 now for Detroit.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Feeds it to Johnson. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Hudson. Right now averaging 11 points a game. The 15-footer. Rebounded by Chan.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Drummond a screen. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Guys, we have to work the pick and rolls here, all right? If their big is showing at the shooter, then our big should be wide open at the basket. We have to make them pay.
There we go, fans. Keep it going for your Rockets Power Dancers.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now Johnson. There's the pick. Out to the right wing. Pass to Hammonds. This one for three. No good. The Pistons on offense. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Passes it to Chan. Gordon with a screen on Johnson. Throws it up high, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Hudson against Irving. The feed to Plumlee. Rebound, Detroit. The Dudes got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
And both free throws good for Gordon.
And the free throws are starting to pile up a little bit here, more so than in the first quarter.
And that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Johnson. They can't stop the run with that one.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Here's Hudson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, you look at the numbers on the season, he's shooting 86% from the free throw line.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 14-3 run. Drummond a screen. Here's Chan. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. The Dudes got 13.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Johnson outside. Pass to Hudson. To the paint. It's deflected. And it's slammed in by Plumlee. Now, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this lead.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
For three, Ellis. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now here's Johnson. And there's the pass to Hudson. Gets a very good look and converts. Hudson's got his second basket of the night.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Here's the dude. 13 points in the game. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And it's Drummond with the jam.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
And so it's Houston with it, trailing by 17. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Hudson. No good on the three.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Pass to Chan. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Houston. Cook's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Passes it to Hammonds. Johnson the screen. Down low. Now here is Irving. He's got 5. The pass to Chan. Outside Gordon. Here's Ellis. Tries again. Chan passes to Ellis. No problems knocking that one down. Ellis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
Here we go. When we put a shot up, I want our bigs crashing the glass, but I want everyone else getting back on defense. No fast break points for the rest of the game. You got it?
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for the Pistons. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, over that line. Rivers address his team. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game to keep the tempo fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. He was also adamant that they can take advantage of this defense with the use of solid ball screens in the pick-and-roll game. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Thank you, Doris. Now Irving. James Harden missing on the 3. Ellis kicks to Irving from deep. Rebound by Hammonds. Rockets trailed by 19. Plumlee with it. He's picked up by Drummond. Johnson with it. Harden kicks to Plumlee. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Into Drummond.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him.
Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Johnson up top. He's covered by Irving. Harden kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Hammonds passes to Johnson. 3-pointer. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pistons leading by 16. Pass to Chan. Screen by Monroe. Back to Irving. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter. Rockets have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Johnson against Irving. They set the pick. It's Harden with the drive. Here's Hammonds. Offline with his 3. Detroit's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And that one's good.